Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, you are watching a special edition of 17 News.
And welcome. Thanks for stopping in on this finally Friday afternoon. I'm Jim Scott.
And I'm Tammy Melchuk. It's good to have you with us here at this hour. And we begin this afternoon with the Sheriff's Department pushing back against the American Civil Liberties Union. The ACLU says the Sheriff's Office illegally colludes with immigration's enforcement, violating the rights of undocumented criminals.
The sheriff also doubling down today on an open invitation to unvaccinated Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies to come to work in Kern County. 17's Moses Small in studio tonight with the latest.
Jim, Tammy, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood says the ACLU's report is filled with baseless claims. He said KCSO follows all laws when it comes to ICE. Meantime, he urged deputies from out of town to come to Kern. He says his department is so short-staffed it could barely handle its share of 911 calls. The American Civil Liberties Union published a 72-page report this week calling for an end to what it calls entanglement of California law enforcement with ICE. The report mentions Kern County more than 40 times for allegedly violating Senate Bill 54, a law passed in 2017 to bolster protections for immigrants.
If you're asking if we're fishing to see if they're in the country legally or not, we're not. We couldn't care less. ICE makes a request for an individual based on the information that they have, not the information that we have.
The ACLU also argues the relationship between law enforcement and ICE is suspiciously underreported. The ACLU says the KCSO reported 0 ICE arrests to the Attorney General's office in 2018, but reported 374 ICE arrests in Kern jails that same year during a Truth Act forum.
I can't answer your question. You know, if it's 0 and 300, certainly something went wrong, but we can provide that to you.
Because of the alleged violations of immigrants' protections, this report recommends state leaders pass laws that prevent all state and local law enforcement from transferring people in their custody to ICE.
This report from the ACLU is all about go further and restrict, go further and restrict. I think you all know my stance. I believe people that are in this country illegally committing crime should be deported. But I'm going to follow the law, and I'll do what the law says.
Friday's press conference comes just days after the Sheriff's Department released a video inviting disgruntled deputies in Los Angeles to come to Kern County. The LA Sheriff's Department could lose thousands of employees as the LA County Board of Supervisors threatens to fire thousands of people who don't want to comply with vaccine mandates.
Be 4,000 deputy sheriffs, if this were to happen, that have real families, have real children, have real bills, that could be unemployed because they refuse to take the vaccination. That makes me sick to my stomach, quite frankly. It's none of your business, but I'll share with you that I've been vaccinated. And then I made a decision. Why wouldn't I allow that for all my employees the same?
Youngblood says he would have to hire more than 300 people to fill every open position.
We have some places where we have to shuffle around because we don't have 24-hour coverage. That means somebody calls 911, no one's going to come for the first 30 minutes. That's unacceptable.
If you want to see more of today's press conference, you can find it on the KGET Facebook page. In studio, Moses Small, 17 News.